Welcome back. Welcome back to another installment of Wind Down Wednesday, installment 41. You feel me? So, before we get into it, you know what we got to do. What we drinking on? What we drinking on? We're doing actual wine today. So, we're going to start testing wines out on Wednesdays. But this one is called Whipstitch 2021 Zinfandel. You know what I'm saying? This is from 2021. Drinking it in 2024. It's actually pretty good. It's a dry red wine, coming out a lot of California. So it's definitely good. Um, Not necessarily the best of what I'm looking for, but you know what I'm saying. But you know what we got to do. Take the first sips. All right. So welcome back. Um, Today we're gonna be talking about. I don't know if y'all been hearing about those bodies that was found in Jackson, Mississippi. My girl told me what was that about a couple days ago. I think that was 2 days ago. That was on Monday. Yeah, 2 days ago. Monday. And I ain't heard on the news and nothing like that, so we're gonna talk about that. She told me 2 days ago, so that's what I had to be preparing. You know, I don't do video. I do videos Wednesday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. So yeah. Um, but that's when she told me. That's when I found out about him on Monday. Then I started doing a little research, started reading a little articles and stuff. But Black Balloon got a video he just posted, getting into some of the articles. I found a good article that we gonna read and get into today. And the second thing is we're gonna talk about that Iowa school shooter. You feel me? I don't know if y'all heard about that either. See, this is why you gotta be paying attention. This is why the government, this why I say you got to pay attention to the real news, because the government is gonna use all like that harsh news and the real reality of how shit going. They gonna use Cat Williams shit as a front. You know what I'm saying? Just as like anybody. And I heard man, I heard Steven Jackson was hating on why Shannon did this and that. And I'm like, bro, if the platform, you're supposed to bring the platform to let your guests speak. If that's what you want to do, like, you don't want to be like what's his Andrew shows sometimes, like when he get on like some of his things, like his guests barely be talking, like they do a lot of questioning more so than talking. So but all Unc be doing is just be letting, you know what I'm saying, just be letting them let them be heard. So why hate on that? You feel me? um but yeah, so we can show for this. Dun, dun, dun. Damn. Fuck it, we're gonna keep it like that. But yeah, so yeah, he said something. I don't know. It just seemed like he came with some just out of nowhere, saying that like he wouldn't let Cal do that on his platform and shit like that. But wouldn't that go against like you trying to build your platform instead of shrinking it at that point? You feel me? But you know, to each his own. I don't fucking what more than I know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so let's get into today's episode. Yeah, let's get into that, because this is crazy. So this story, okay, like as I'm reading it might trigger some of you people. Just giving you a little warning. Definitely not meant for kids, because this is definitely strong. This is definitely some crazy ass wild ass shit to like look at and hear for real. But let's get into it. All right, this is coming from Fox26Houston.com. This is their article. The other article I found, it was a dialogue of just a bunch of people going through, and I don't want to necessarily read that right now, because a lot of people are grieving. Yeah, they still trying to figure this out too. But like I said, I just wanted to get the article shit done first, and then like I said, see, this was posted January 8, 2024 at 11:39 a.m. So like I said, this was Monday when they broke headlines and shit like that. So the title, 215 bodies found in Jackson, Mississippi, exposed. You know what I'm saying? And when I found out it was Jackson, Mississippi, I wasn't surprised. Let's just keep it a book. I wasn't surprised. It was found behind the old jailhouse. Have y'all niggas seen the movie Life? Them niggas was literally working on a fucking like plantation. The gun line, boss. You don't remember the coon? You know the ultimate coon, bro. Y'all gotta, if y'all don't know that movie, go look at it, because that'll show you exactly how Mississippi was. And just remember, Mississippi had slavery legal all the way up to 2003. So it being what, this was started in 2023. It being 20 years later, I wouldn't be surprised that like they wouldn't, the guards was like using their power and say, "Oh, you ain't want to do what we do, fuck you," and beating them senselessly, and then oh, he died by accident. Okay, let's go bury him, and don't tell the people out there. Just keep telling them they doing their sentence. It's fucking sick. Well, let's get into it. It's a Jackson, an alarming situation has unfolded in Jackson, Mississippi, where 215 bodies were discovered buried in unmarked graves behind the state jail. Families of the deceased were left in the dark until last month, December 2023, when some of them passed away in March of 2023. You know what I'm saying? Some grave sites were only identified by a number and a metal rod, raising concerns about the lack of transparency and respect in handling the deceased. The families of the deceased attorneys are calling for a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding these unmarked graves. The revelation began with Dexter Wade's death in March 2023, in which a police officer fatally hit him. This is what happens when you give people a badge and say, "Oh, you're here to protect the law." They abuse the law. They don't protect it. They don't serve. They abuse it. A certain amount. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying some of them, but a good amount, you know what I'm saying, do that shit. What the fuck? We gotta talk about that shit too. The child that shit is sexual activity. We gotta talk about that too in another episode. But let's continue. All right, it's a shockingly, his family was not informed of his death, and he was buried without their knowledge. Activist Arthur Silky Slim Reed, working alongside attorney Ben Crump, sheds light on the distressing details. Wade's case took a disturbing turn when it was revealed that he had identification on him. This identification was given to the lead detective by the medical examiner. However, the detective claimed to have called without receiving an answer and took no further action. They all in this shit. It's Mississippi. To be honest, if you ask me, bro, I think Mississippi is way more racist than fucking Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Because with Alabama, they leave you the fuck alone. Mississippi, it seems like they want to fucking pick at you, fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Deal with you, whether you black or white. You know what I'm saying? Poor, you know, as long as you poor, they don't give a damn. They like beating up on poor people in Mississippi, and that's probably one of the fucking poorest states in the fucking country. It's weird as hell to me. So Reed says the situation in Mississippi is deeply troubling, with 6 additional bodies now discovered in similar unmarked graves. Come on, man. Like, look, this is the sick, twisted world we living in now. Like, just listen to this shit. Reed describes the grim scene at the burial site where buzzards flew overhead. The bodies were placed in shadowed graves without embalming, leading to disturbing stench that attracted scavengers. You can't make this shit up. You see how sick and twisted? They didn't even have the nerve to embalm them or to clean, like, you know what I'm saying, give them a real burial. They just said, fuck it. Throw them in a shallow ass grave. And a shallow grave is considered to be 6 feet or less. Usually, typically 3 feet or less. They dig only so far just to cover the body up. You know what I'm saying? Just make no suspicions or whatever. He emphasizes the inhumanity of such treatment and calls for a more dignified handling of the deceased. I don't want to be disrespectful. Yeah, they should handle the deceased a little bit more, but go after these motherfucker officers that did this shit. I'm pretty sure it was a group of like 5 to 10 officers, maybe even 20. Shit, the whole prison yard is probably in on it. Prison, or jail. I would say jail, not prison, because say jail. The whole jail house guards was probably in on this shit. So lock all they ass up and do that same shit to them. See how they families feel about it. This is why I say that's why karma is a thing. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. So and it's an unfortunate thing for it to happen like that, but it's something that's gonna happen to those officers and those other people that did that, or the people that was involved with that shit. Something is going to happen to them. Karma will handle it. I'm not handling it. I'm not. The family's not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big. God got it, and God ain't even an evil person. I mean, even omniscient person, omnipotent being. I know I'm kind of butchering some words, but whatever. But yeah, let's continue. All right. The families affected were not notified, and many still believe that loved ones were missing. Reed emphasizes that this issue extends beyond race, as both white and black individuals are buried in the same manner. I told you, they don't give a fuck. It's not even about being racist anymore now. It's about who's poor and who's rich. And then from there, no, from there, poor, rich, and if I can't get you on who's poor, then shit, I'm gonna get you on who's black or white. Well, that'll probably be their first thing, and then they be like, oh, well, both of y'all poor. Well, black and white, all right, cool. But shit, excuse me, both of y'all poor, so shit, that's a double whammy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about being the poor versus rich now. There's no more about race anymore. Poor or rich, remember that, poor or rich. The lack of identification and the practice of assigning only numbers to the graves further compound the anguish of the families involved. Despite the alarming nature of these revelations, a humane resolution is needed. Reed Crump, an attorney this week, advocated for a federal investigation to uncover the truth behind these unmarked graves. They also advocate for the potential violation of civil rights in cases like Dexter Wade's. In Dexter Wade's case, numerous civil rights were violated. These included failing to notify the family and burying him without permission despite knowing his identity. Reed expresses deep concern about the actions taken by the authorities considering an ongoing lawsuit involving the police. The families affected are demanding justice and transparency. So that was from Fox26Houston.com. We can definitely speak more about this on Friday when I get more deeper. Hopefully more information comes out about it. But this is what I want to say about this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there is, in this world where there's billionaires that's constantly getting richer and trying to figure out building bunkers, trying to figure out how to get the fuck to Mars, trying to figure out how to make full live action sex dolls with AI, creating incels. You know what I'm saying? This is that world when that shit is going on. This ain't nothing but a part of the agenda to me. Cause for the simple fact is, to them, they getting rid of all the people that they would just blow the earth up on anyway. But to get them over with early is fine by them. You know what I'm saying? It's a poor state. You know, the laws are really, you know what I'm saying, they're still not really as tough as it is in California or New York or whatever. You know, so I see they probably look at billionaires and the FBI, the CIA. They probably look at Mississippi as the last thing on their fucking desk file. I'm pretty sure they got plenty of shit that FBI come across from Mississippi that they just don't pay attention to because they got other bigger cities and other more I wouldn't say more rich, more money is involved in other cities other than Mississippi. Mississippi can only give so much to a federal investigation. You know what I'm saying? So, and the feds follow the money. If you want to know anything, the feds follow the money just as much as the billionaires and the millionaires. And now when I mean millionaires, I mean hundreds of millions, not just $100 million, not just $300 million. $500 million or better. That's the only way you changing. If you worth $500 million or more, those are the big shot callers, not the people that make millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands, like 500,000 or better. Those some mostly just their puppets, and they don't even know they being puppets. They think they cool because they get like a little $10,000 bonus, a little $20,000 bonus. They might get a $100,000 bonus for this case just for doing what they. You know what I'm saying? It's the sick, evil, corrupted world we live in, and this needs to be talked about more because this is 215 bodies, and this is recent. 20 years after slavery was finally eradicated out of their law book. 20 years after that. You know what I'm saying? So, if y'all haven't went to see Life, go watch it, because that'll really break it down to how those prison encampments and shit like that was in Mississippi. And Life showed it that shit kept going all the way up to the fucking 90s. All the way up to the 90s. They was able to go see a Dodgers baseball game in their fucking 80s or 90s. I think they was no, I think they was in their 80s. It's the late 70s or early 80s when they finally escaped, and they faked their death, escaped, and went to go see a game. A Dodgers game, I believe. No, it wasn't a Dodgers game, a Yankees game, because they was from New York. They was from Harlem, New York. So yeah, go watch Life. That was the fucking 90s when that shit stopped, when the gun line wasn't a thing no more. So I'm pretty sure they still got those camps, because in Life, at the end of the movie, the guy was digging, shoveling dirt. Well, it was in the 90s. He was telling the whole story, the old man. But yeah, them people was in prison for life, and they never wanted to exonerate their ass at all. It wasn't even in their plan. So let's make turns. I know this is still sad. Those people getting brutally beat. Well, some of them getting brutally beat. Some of them just getting buried. You know, who knows what's going on. 215 bodies found unmarked in Jackson, Mississippi. Needs to be talked about a little more. So let's switch a little gears, and let's talk about an Iowa school shooting. Perry, Iowa has recently become the tragedy in the beginning of the new year. This was just last week. We wasn't even in the year a couple of days. I think it was they didn't say the actual day on here. So this article was released January 7th. So that was Sunday, 2024 at 6:28 p.m. So this had to have been that Friday or that Thursday when this happened. Thursday was January 4th. And January 5th is Friday. 4 to 5 days into the new year, and we already got a school shooting that no one's talking about. So let's talk about it. So this article is NBCnews.com. You know what I'm saying? The NBC, it might not be the most, fact heavy one, but it's the closest one I can get to right now that's talking about it. But without talking about them resuming classes and stuff. So yeah. So let's read it. Iowa school shooter appeared to be active on Discord and discussed it, gearing up in moments before attack. Dylan Butler was his name, who killed 1 and injured 7, also appeared to have been a part of a now shuttered chat room dedicated to discussing school shootings. This is my thing about this. Well, we'll read this and then we get to my opinion on why I feel like this shit happens and stuff like that. So, and then he shot himself. And this is what I can't stand about school shootings, is when the motherfucker go in there trying to shoot, he go take somebody else's life and then take his life. It's very rare that they catch the school shooter and put them to justice. And if they do catch them, they taking them to fucking Burger King and giving them a fucking big or double Whopper and saying, "Oh, good boy," you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna shoot at you. It's fucking stupid. But okay, let's just get into it. Let's get into this. It's by Ben Goggin. This came January 7th, 2024. So this probably really happened like Tuesday, Wednesday type shit, because this came out on a Sunday. saying about what he was seeing on his thing. And then he also had a TikTok where he had a blue duffel bag in the school saying "getting ready." That was his last TikTok. Y'all better pay attention to these fucking accounts, bro, and start reporting this shit to these local authorities, cause this the shit that's gonna keep happening. They go and vent their frustrations to social media, and bam, this the shit that happened, unfortunately. But let's go to it. The Iowa gunman, I'm gonna say his fucking name, because I hate when they say shit like that. You already got the name, just say who the fuck it is. The Dylan Butler. Dylan Butler, who opened fire on Perry High School last week, appeared to have an active account on the internet chat platform Discord, where he previously discussed school shootings and described gearing up moments before Thursday's attack, NBC News has learned. So it was Thursday. So I was still right on. So yeah, see, this is the sick shit that y'all have to. Mental illness is a serious thing, but I don't think people take that shit serious enough for what is going on. And I think social anxiety, it plays a big role into that. A lot of people don't know how to be social anymore. Don't know how to interact with one another anymore. Everything is all based off through the phone. Then when you meet a motherfucker in person, y'all texting, sitting down at y'all date, or texting out y'all outing, or texting each other through whatever y'all doing. Why would y'all go meet out in an outside place and still texting each other, talking to each other? Y'all not going to go mingle with nobody. Y'all don't know how to talk to people. So this is where I feel like this is a lot of where this shit come from. Social anxiety motivates a lot of this shit, though. That's what I really feel like this. They feel like they outcast, and then like, well, nope, we gotta do it. Think about the Columbine shooting. Them motherfuckers thought they was outcast for real. They like trench coats and bombs and shotguns and shit. They like to go hunting. You know what I'm saying? People looked at them like they was fucking crazy. So what they do? Take 13 people with them, then kill themselves. It's fucking sick. But let's keep going. Dylan Butler, 17, killed 6th grader Amir Joliffe. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'm not good with the last names. I did get Amir. So, but yeah, Amir Joliffe. I don't know. 11, and injured 4 other students and 3 staff members, including Principal Dan Marburger, before he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He killed himself, pussy. How you got the balls to kill somebody else, but I ain't got the balls to stay alive? That's what I'm saying. Sickness. Police said they also found an improvised explosive device at the scene. So he was planning on taking the rest of a part of the school with him. He was just gonna tick, 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 boom, blow that bitch up. And whoever it hit. Yeah, I better start watching out for these people, man. Law enforcement is reviewing Butler's use of social media and tech platforms, including Discord, according to a person close to the investigation. In the meetings leading up to the shooting, Butler posted a video to TikTok from an account with the username Took Too Much in what appeared to be a school bathroom. The Discord account that appeared to be posting about the shooting used the name Took Too Much. A Discord spokesperson confirmed to NBC News that the company believes that Took Too Much screen name belonged to Butler. NBC News viewed screenshots of a series of messages from the account to a group of online friends on Discord, saying the user was at the school and ready for what's to come. So, as much as these social platforms invade on our privacy, wants our cookies to be enabled and shit like that, but they can't stop a motherfucker and report this shit to fucking police or tell them to, hey, heads up, we got a little crazy motherfucker talking crazy in our chest. We got the receipt, so look, we keep them on him, we keep it, we send you all the information as it go on by your investigation. You can do an investigation before the shit happens. Social media, that's why I say these billionaires don't give a damn. They want people against people. They want this shit to happen because it makes the population get smaller and smaller and smaller. And where does this wealth keep going? It keeps going back to them. So they're not going to be satisfied until it's just them fighting at each other's necks to where their money's gonna be worthless when everybody's dead and gone. Because there's nobody to put value behind it. All rich people live, all their wealth is based off of debt. Or the assumed value of such company because of what revenue it can generate and stuff like that. So, no, just a little off track, but just got to get to it. So, let's get back to it. NBC view screenshots. Oh, never mind. I said it already. 10 minutes later, the user wrote, "I'm fucking nervous. I'm in the bathroom gearing up." The account also used a racial slur, writing 2 minutes later, "There's a nigger in the bathroom." I'm pretty sure it said nigger and not nigga. I'm pretty sure it said ER and not AGA. Oh, did y'all hear about that white boy linebacker? His name is Noah Kaniga or nigga. I think the K is silent. I ain't gonna lie, but we had talk about that a little bit on Friday. I just had to throw that in there. I think that shit's so funny to me. And everybody was like, man, the NFL announcers is going to go crazy. Yeah, any announcers. If you go to college, it's going to be even worse. All right, so there's a nigger in the bathroom. I need him to leave so I can assemble my guns. Assemble? That nigga said, oh, I need to put my shit together. He came in there in pieces. This is why all public schools have metal detectors now, because of school shooters. I think, in the black community and black public schools, well, majority black public schools, I'm gonna say this. Most of our public schools do have high levels of security, and they do have metal detectors. But it was the simple fact that people was bringing guns to school, carrying them in school, and then once they got outside of school, as soon as they got let out, motherfuckers was already busted at each other. Motherfuckers ain't even got to their bus stop yet, or got to their car, motherfuckers already trying to bust at each other, excuse me. And so I think it's more so real, I think that's a, protection thing. That's how they put it. Every time I see it from people that was in that nature, you know what I'm saying? I thank God I wasn't around in that stuff or anything, or have to fight for my life like that. But, sometimes some stuff is really just about trying to get out and fight out of your neighborhood sometimes. So, yeah, but to assemble my guns in the bed, I need him to leave so I assemble my guns, boy. Nigga, if I would have seen his ass, that fat ass duffel bag, and I heard some metal clanking, nigga, I would have fuck washing my hands. Fuck, gotta use the bathroom. I'm finna go find me another little spot to go hit. I'm finna go tell the principal, man, somebody in that bathroom sounds suspicious as hell. But hey, the Discord spokesperson did not respond when asked about those messages. The spokesperson said Discord had taken action against accounts and content believed to have belonged to the suspect. After the fact. It's crazy. End quotes. Our deepest sympathies are with the victims, their families, and the community in Perry, Iowa, following yesterday's horrific shooting. Discord has a zero-tolerance policy against content that glorifies violence and violent extremism, which is reflected in our community guidelines. We took immediate action against the suspect and his content and are currently cooperating with law enforcement to assist them in their continuing investigation, the spokesperson said in an email statement. The user took number too much was also a part of a chat room dedicated to discussing school shootings called School Massacres Discussion. According to a Discord user who saw the user in the chat, the person said they did not know Butler personally, and NBC News is not revealing their identity because they are a minor. The Discord user said they had flagged the chat room to the FBI in November. They flagged the chat room to the FBI in November. But let's keep reading. After which an FBI agent reached out over email and asked for more information. The user emailed the FBI agent screenshots of the server, but did not hear back. Did not hear back. Sent him all the proof, sent him everything of the server, everything. FBI, he ain't hear back from. See? The user said their report to the FBI did not include mention of the user took too much. The chat room was closed before the shooting. The FBI declined to comment because they know they fucked up. They know they could have stopped this shit. This is why you don't trust anything that has the word federal in it. Federal is not. The Federal Bureau is owned by bankers. So if the Federal Bureau is owned by bankers, I'm pretty sure anything that has the word feds in it is owned by the bankers. Owned with people that run the money. I mean, that have the money, run the country, truly run the country. Biden ain't run no goddamn country. That nigga's a puppet on a string. That's like any other president. Discord has previously been used by a mass shooter. In 2022, the convicted shooter in the Buffalo, New York, Tops Market attack used Discord before the shooting to discuss combat gear and make what appeared to be a to-do list for the shooting. In December, Discord and police said a 13-year-old was stopped from committing an attack on a synagogue after Discord reported his online activities to the authorities. So y'all have proof that y'all can do it and stop a motherfucker, but you just pick and choose which ones you want to stop. Like, but hey, what I say? All these things, at the end of the day, everything is fueled by money. A piece of paper that we all just so happen to agree upon that that's what it's worth, you know? So, what more? Excuse me. What more can I say? So, you know, but hey, keep all these families in prayers, in your prayers, you know what I'm saying? Man, because that shit is, you lose your 11-year-old son, they can't get that back. They can't get those 11 years back in a new child. They can't do that. It's never gonna be the same. So yeah, keep that family in your prayer, and also keep the family of those 215 victims in your prayers. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's hundreds of families right there. 215 people. They could be, each one of them could have at least 10 members apiece. That's what's that? 800 members? No, that's 2,150 members right there. Looking for 215 people. Just hearing about it. So keep everybody in your prayers. You know, I'm gonna keep y'all in my prayers. You know, stay up. Keep your head on the swivel. Be fully attentive and, you know what I'm saying, read in between those lines. Read on the lines, above the lines, in the lines, on the lines, in the word and after the word. Read as much as you can. Continue to grow your vocabulary. This week's word of the week was obsequiously. Yeah, obsequiously and groveling. So y'all keep using those word of the week. I'm gonna come with y'all on Friday with a new word of the week, and then we gonna come with a new song of the week. So yeah, keep popping it. Go check out Put On Notice. Links in the description. All the links are in the description. Check out some of the playlists, stuff like that. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the next installment, or I'm gonna catch you Friday. You choose.
And then she ain't got a birthday, and she couldn't be my ex. Told that hoe to come to shoppers, I ain't fucking with the stress. Now they mad that I'm not the one who's working while they slept. Bill and then out of love.
100 hours of watch time 4 days ago. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.